Welcome back to Bottas Career Mode on F126. Today we're back for episode number 4 in Bahrain. Okay, as for upgrades, we got a couple new ones. For aero, we got a front nose upgrade and a rear wing upgrade. We've got new upgrades for the chassis as well, plank construction for weight distribution. We've got other weight distribution and tire wear upgrades. Valve timing failed, so we'll redevelop this. We still have some points left over. I do want to do the tire wear upgrade, but we don't have enough just yet. This would get on before Bahrain. I think we chance it. We'll rush development. Probably gonna fail, but we'll see. Damn it. Okay, well, we got that aero part under redevelopment, and I think that's all we can do. So into the race weekend we go. Okay, round 4 in Bahrain. Last time out in Japan, we had our first points of the season, a P6 finish, which was absolutely unreal. I'm not expecting points in Bahrain. I mean, maybe there's a chance, but we are still in a really slow car, and I'm having a lot of trouble with the car setup around here. Yeah, this is a little sketchy on the rear end. There's something not really clicking on the car setup. Braking has been really difficult too, because this is a lot of just straight, heavy braking zones. Yeah, there's something, something needs to be fixed. Okay, yeah, I don't like this. Oh, come on, dude. You cannot put the power down. The rears have no grip. It's like Australia. This is not good. Okay, into qualifying we go. We did some tweaks with the anti-roll bars, so hopefully we get a bit more stability, and we'll see what we can do in qualifying. First lap of Q1, not really the best lap. Across the line with a 129.8. That puts us P7. We're gonna get bumped down the order, but definitely room to improve. Okay, so Perez set a 129.5, so we're 3/10 off our teammate. That is still really the only goal. As long as we qualify above Perez, we're doing pretty good. Okay, final lap in Q1. I'm not really liking the pace so far, so I think we're gonna need a bit of luck. Around the final corner for our final lap in Q1. We've got 5/10 of improvement across the line. We'll see where it puts us, but it could have been a much better lap. Yeah, P17. So we just barely miss out on Q2. Where is Perez? I think he's out. Yeah, he's P21. So we did beat our teammate by 5/10, but we missed out on Q2 by less than a tenth. That's a bummer. Okay, we can extend the softs and the mediums by 1 lap each. That gives us 12 laps on the hards at the end. So I think tire wear on the mediums and tire wear on the hards will be fine. The softs are going to be pretty difficult by lap number 8. Hopefully not too bad with the tire wear, but I think this strategy will be better than the 2 sets of mediums. Okay, here we go. We're starting P16, so someone must have had a penalty. Gonna get these tires warmed up, but the softs should give us a bit more pace at the start of the race. We can try to make up positions on the start. Okay, P16, so we're towards the back of the grid, but we do have the inside for turn 1, so hopefully we can get a move done down into the first corner. Here we are, 5 red lights are on, and we are racing around Bahrain for 29 laps, instantly past the Haas. Really good launch off the line, past the 2 Alpines as well. It's crowded on the inside, down into turn 1, but we can swoop around the outside of a bunch of cars. We get through up to P8. We've got Carlos Sainz up ahead in the Williams. We can make a move down the inside on Sainz into this right-hander. We got Verstappen and Hamilton fighting ahead. Sainz is still sticking with us side by side with the Williams. We've got the inside. We can close the door on Sainz. We might be close enough for a move. Down the inside on Hamilton. Up to P5. Hamilton gets the switchback side by side still with the Ferrari. Down into the next corner. And we can take P5 off the start. That is insane. Hamilton definitely wants this place back. We're going to squeeze him to the inside. All the way to the right side of the track. Try to take Hamilton off his line, a little wide around that final corner. And Hamilton's still right on us. Yeah, we are definitely punching above our weight. We're 3 wide into turn 1. These cars behind are a lot faster than the Cadillac. We managed to keep Hamilton and Verstappen behind. Hamilton on the attack again. We're deploying all that's left on the battery. We're side by side through the corner. Hamilton's gonna back out. And that's P5 still. We are really, really slow on the straights. I think we're running too much downforce on the aero setup. Hamilton flies by. Luckily, we can outbrake the Ferrari. He gets better traction on exits, but we're still close. Yeah, we're reeling in Hamilton, but we've got Verstappen making a move down the inside. Someone on the outside as well, 3 wide through the final corner. We're gonna get a bad exit out of here, but we have the slipstream, we have the boost. Everyone around here is gonna be faster than Lewis Hamilton. Someone else getting involved as well. It's Hadjar. Gonna be 3 wide again. Down into turn 1. Right in the middle of these 2 cars. We can try to box Verstappen out. We get better exit than Sainz. And somehow we stay ahead. This corner has been a bit of a problem. I'm not getting the rotation I need. We're getting really bad exits onto this straight. Here goes Sainz up the inside. We're gonna have to let him go and save the battery for the main straight. Try to get past Verstappen as well around the final corner. We've got Sainz up ahead, plenty on the battery, so we'll be reeling in the Williams down this straight, but we do have Verstappen, who's a little bit faster than us as well, past the Williams. And again, we're gonna be 3 wide around turn 1. This time we're on the outside. We've got the inside for the next corner, and again, we can fend them off. We might be in a little bit of trouble here. We've got Hadjar on the inside, Verstappen behind. So we're gonna have to defend from both the Red Bulls into turn 1. 3 wide once again into the first corner. And again, we can keep P5. Yeah, the straights are becoming a bit of an issue. We are insanely slow on all of the straights. We definitely have too much downforce. Super aggressive move from Verstappen. He makes it stick around the outside. We've got the inside for the next left-hander. And we can beat Verstappen under braking. But this is really hard to defend from these guys. On to lap 6, and we are still constantly under attack into almost every corner. There's Verstappen on the inside, squeezing him to the right side of the track. Switching back to the racing line. Big lockup on the front, way too wide. And that's going to let Verstappen right through. We've got someone else on the inside. It's one of the Williams. So we're going to do the same thing. Just try to close the door on Sainz. Little sketchy on the rears under braking. We can pull ahead. There goes Verstappen. The battery management is so tough because we're so slow on the straights. We need battery to have a chance at defending from anybody. Gonna go around the outside on Albon. Back up into P6 and on to lap number 8. So our pit window is open on this lap. Albon dives into the pits.
Understood. Stopping this
lap. We need a fast lap here to keep that place. So we are in a similar situation to what we had in Japan. We're in P6 at the moment, and all we can try to do is just stay within the points, just try to keep defending. But these guys are way more aggressive than last round. Okay, into the final corner. On lap number 8, the fronts are really starting to feel the tire wear. But into the pit lane we go, on to the mediums. I gotta say, this car is not feeling good at all. Here they are, the mustache mechanics. Onto the mediums we go. Great stop from the team. They've been a little bit better than the Brad Pitt crew ever was. We gained a little bit of time on Sainz. That is exactly what we needed. Just any bit of breathing room is very appreciated. Oh, we got a yellow flag up ahead. It's gonna be Behrman going slowly. So Behrman out of the race. That puts us P16. But these guys are very quickly gaining on us. Here we go. We're gonna be under attack once again. This time it's Hadjar on the inside. Gonna squeeze him off the racing line. around the outside we go. We just don't have the traction. Yeah, corner exits have been a real struggle this race, but we got plenty on the battery. We're still close to the Red Bull, so there is a chance we can get him. We are reeling him in. We're not going to be close enough for a move just yet. Need a big lift and coast before the final corner. Charge up the battery to 70%. We've got the boost mode. We are going to be much faster than Hadjar, reeling in the Red Bull. And that is an easy pass back up to P10. We're going to see Sainz fly by into the final corner. We're saving the battery for the main straight around the outside of Hadjar. Through that final corner, we've got the boost mode. We're going to be way faster than Sainz. Down the straight, easy pass on the Williams, but still side by side with the Red Bull down into turn 1. We've got the outside to try and swoop around Hadjar, but he will have another run down this straight into this next right-hander, so we're going to have to defend from the Red Bull. Once again, there goes Hadjar up the inside. Going to try to get the switchback done on Hadjar. The rear end completely kicks out. Hadjar pulls away, and that is down to P9. Hamilton sneaking up the inside at the last second, still side by side for just a moment. This is so much defending. I have to say, I am really struggling with pace here. We're really slow on the straights. We have too much downforce, and it feels like the brakes are not doing anything, especially into these big braking zones. This braking zone has been very tricky as well. It is always one of the more difficult ones, but it's way too easy to lock the fronts into that zone. Here comes Gasly on the inside. We've got the outside for this next left, trying to outbrake the Alpine, but he just has better traction. This car is not feeling good. Once again, just so slow down the straight. Hamilton's gonna breeze past. Gonna try to get around the outside of the Ferrari. We've got plenty on the battery, maybe enough to catch up to Gasly. Using the slipstream from Hamilton, try to get a little more speed down this straight, side by side with the Ferrari now. Reeling in Gasly around the outside into turn 1. Trying to make it stick, still side by side, but Gasly's gonna pull ahead. We do have enough charge to try to make something work on the Alpine. Gonna try to go underneath, and once again, the rear end just kicks out. This is terrible. Okay, into the pit lane we go. On to the hards, the final stop of the race. But I'm a little worried about even staying in the points. Here they are once again, the Mustache Mechanics. Good stop onto the hards once again. Very good stop from the team. It looks like we're coming out into clear air as well. We just need to set a fast time here. Well, this is the moment of truth. Passing a lot of people in the pit lane. All we have to do is stay ahead of Hamilton. And we've covered off the overcut. So lap 19, we're down to 13th place. But Alonso and Stroll up ahead, I believe, are still going to have to pit. There's probably someone else up ahead as well. So we need to just try to keep defending and keep up the pace. Oh, that's a big lockup on the fronts, way too wide. Through turn 1, Hamilton sneaks up the inside. We've got a bit on the battery to try to get this position right back. Gonna try to send it up the inside on Hamilton. That felt very reckless, but we keep the place. We can close the door on Sainz. Still P13. And there goes Sainz up the inside. Not really worth using the battery to defend with that. We'll stick close to him, though. We can get him back. I don't want to use too much battery here. I want to save it for the main straight, so we're going to have to let Hamilton pass as well and hope that we will be close enough to get both of these guys back by turn 1. We've definitely got the overspeed on Sainz. This will be an easy move past the Williams. Gonna try around the outside on Hamilton. Try to make this one stick. He's got really good traction. Contact with the Ferrari side by side. Down into the next corner. We've got the outside. Pulling ahead of the Ferrari. By the time we get to the braking zone, really tough to put the power down. Still side by side. with Hamilton still alongside the Ferrari. And we can finally get the move done. Oh my god, we're way slower than these guys. Every single lap right here. It's over and over. We're way too slow on the straights. Okay, we'll get past Hamilton on to lap 22. But this is literally every single lap. It's like the same thing. Yeah, they're just getting such good exits out of this last corner. It leaves us completely vulnerable down this straight. We've got Albon on the inside around the final corner, so we've got the Williams to deal with as well. 100% on the battery, so hopefully we can try to reel in Hamilton. We're gonna split the Ferrari, take the outside, down into the first corner on lap 24, a little bit too wide, through turn 1, so we're still alongside the Williams. Gonna try to just keep the racing line, squeeze Albon to the inside of the track, and hopefully that is enough to keep the place. P9. I can guarantee it's gonna be the same exact situation here. There's Albon up the inside. We're gonna save the battery for the main straight. Just try to get past Sainz. He kind of kicks the rear end out, has a bad exit. So it's just us and Albon down the main straight, battery engaged, and we'll breeze past the Williams down into turn 1 on lap 25. So the race is starting to wind down. We've got a lot of cars behind us. Like, literally one single mistake, and we're just gonna get swallowed up. We need to just keep defending, but we can't lose too much time. There goes Hamilton down into the final corner. Again, we're gonna have to save the battery to dump it all down the main straight, threading the needle between both the Williams. We can keep P10. I think we're a little too far back to try and get a move done on Hamilton. On to lap 26. We are close to the Ferrari, but his pace is going to be way better. Yeah, I don't think we can afford to try to catch up with Hamilton. If we do that, we're going to dump all the battery, and if we can't get him, then we're going to get overtaken. There's a lot of cars behind still. We might see something from Albon here. This time we're going to go super defensive, stick hard to the inside, give Albon plenty of space on the outside of this corner, and that will be enough to close the door. We've got Colapinto joining the fight as well, and he's on the softs. That is not good. Yeah, we're gonna see another move from Albon. We just have no speed down the straights, so we have to rely on outbraking, but it feels like the brakes don't even exist in this game. We'll get back past Albon down into turn 1, fighting as hard as we can to stay within the points. That's back up to P10, but we've got Colapinto on the inside through turn 1, trying to stick it around the outside of the Alpine. He's gonna have a good run down into the next corner. We're going super defensive once again, trying to just stay within the points, trying to close the door on the Alpine. We got one lap to go. There's Colapinto again. He's on the softs, so there's a good chance he's got a lot more grip. It's going to be tough to keep him behind. Once again, we're definitely going to lose a place down this back straight. There's Colapinto. We've got Lawson on the inside, around the final corner, onto the final lap of the race, dumping the battery in the slipstream of Liam Lawson. We're reeling in the Alpine. We'll definitely get past Colapinto, but we have to fight Lawson now, down into turn 1. We've got the inside, try to make it stick on Lawson, gonna close the door around turn 2, and we're back into the points. Just one lap to go. We're still in the points, but we need to make sure that we're not overtaken before that final corner, because if we are, there's no way we can catch back up by the time we reach the finish line. Okay, this is where it counts. We've been getting bad exits through this corner all race long. Gonna put the power down as soon as possible, dumping the battery trying to stay ahead of Lawson and reach the corner before the Racing Bull. He's still going to be right on us around the final corner on the final lap, dumping the battery up to the line. Lawson still gaining, but we beat him to the finish. And that is a P10 result in Bahrain. 2 points finishes in a row in the Cadillac. Driver of the day as well. It better be. That was a lot of defending. Wait, what? Why are we P9? Did someone get, like... I don't see penalties anywhere. I don't... What? Am I missing something? Why are we P9? Okay, I mean... I'll take it. I'm really confused why we weren't... Whoa, goddamn! Okay, a lot of experience from that. Pace goes down. That's very fair, honestly. That was bad. Yeah, what? Why did we finish P9? I don't understand. There was no penalties on, like, the race results. It can't be a glitch. I don't know. I mean, that's good, though. It's it's extra points. So we are currently 10th in the Drivers' Championship. Perez is all the way at the bottom. We have been getting much better results, especially the last 2 races. I mean, P6 and P9. So, we're doing exactly what we need to do. Okay, well, that felt like a really rough one, because the car felt like absolute shit to drive. But technically speaking, that's a very good result. We're still the 2nd slowest car in the grid, and that's 2 points finishes in a row. So we're, I guess, exceeding expectations in such a terrible car. But we've got Saudi Arabia up next for round 5, so I'll see you for that one.